Hello, I'm Rachel. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about grow lights. So basically just like my experience with grow lights and what kinds of grow lights I prefer and whatnot basically. This light bulb that you see above me right here, this one was given to me by Easy Bright about 6 months ago-ish. And it's worked really well. I haven't really had that well of a chance to use it until I brought it up here. They don't know that I'm making this, but I'm going to talk about other light bulbs in this video as well. As far as I know, this is actually the cheapest one that you can get for a good quality. Hey guys, Editing Rachel here. I just wanted to butt in for a second and let you know that I was looking up to make sure that Easy Bright still is selling their light bulb, because I'm pretty sure that it's probably one that more than one manufacturer can sell, because I've seen multiples of the same light bulb on Amazon, and they still have theirs. Easy Bright still has one, and they also have one that is a white LED now too. But I also saw that there's a ton of different new light bulbs out there that are cheaper as well. There's one by GE that looks like it's a white light bulb and it's $10. So I haven't tried out any of these other light bulbs at all, but I just wanted to let you know that they are there on Amazon at least, and they are cheaper. Easy Bright is no longer the cheapest high quality light bulb that I can see, although it might be better than the other ones that are cheaper. I haven't compared them enough, but I want to let you know that there are more options now than when I was looking up light bulbs a year ago for my own house. So there you go. This is a purple light bulb. All of these LEDs, these are like red and blue primarily, but then they also have other colors in here too. But it's primarily that purple light that really helps the plants to grow. And so it doesn't have as many of the other colors to balance it out to make it white. Whereas white LED bulbs have more colors to them, like a better balance of the colors. But sometimes you can see that certain lights will have more of a green cast, others will be warmer or more bluer, just depends. But this one is purple. It's very purple. See what I mean? It's really, really purple. You can see on this light bulb, it has this huge heat sink here. This heat sink will make it to where you don't have to have a fan, because these are so many little LEDs that are so high powered that they get hot, and there has to be a heat sink so that way it doesn't fry the LEDs. Otherwise these will go bad much faster. So having a huge heat sink like this will mean that your light bulb will last much longer, and it will stay cooler as well. When this is plugged in, like all day, I can still touch this. I mean, it hurts a little bit, but it's not going to burn my fingers. But I'm not going to give myself like first-degree burns or anything by touching this like a regular light bulb would. And that's something that I like about this. I can leave it exposed without it worrying about it causing a fire or worrying about it melting anything, or my son or my cat or anyone bumping against it and hurting themselves. So you can see right now there's light coming into this room. This is the darkest spot pretty much in my house, almost. Not quite, but just about. Plants do not survive over here without a grow light, but with this grow light I have actually had a lot of new leaves in these plants over the last 2 months. I've been very pleasantly surprised. However, in my craft room, I had succulents in there and I was using this bulb, and I noticed no difference in that room. It got eastern light, so a pretty good block of morning light, but no light the rest of the day for the most part, and the plants didn't really do any different. That could just be because they're succulents and the type of succulents that they are don't grow as fast. I don't know, but that's just my experience with this so far. Now, my husband has made like LED grow light bulbs for his fish tanks in the past, and we've grown like lettuce and different kinds of plants in the actual fish tanks themselves as well. Back then we did a aquaponics sort of system where we grew actual food in there to a degree. It's mostly just like you have a head of lettuce and you use up all the leaves, then you plant it back, put it in the water, and it grows roots and then grows more lettuce, you know. And in that fish tank, it was a huge fish tank, and underneath it there was plants that I kept under there, and the lights were big enough that they went under there and also help to keep those plants growing as well. However, those were in a very brightly lit room, so I didn't really notice much of a difference for some of my plants, but the ones that were on the other side of the fish tank, they did better with the grow lights, of course. And those are just homemade ones that if you have experience with electricity and electronics and things, otherwise I don't recommend you making those because you're dealing with voltage or whatever, and you have to solder and a lot of different things that you actually need training to know how to actually build those. But those are basically just really the cheapest kinds of LED bulbs, or they're like little square pads of LEDs that my husband gets, and he put his own heat sinks on those, of course, and everything, and those work just as well as this one as far as I can tell. So I don't think that when you go with LED bulbs that there's really that much of a difference, unless you're talking about the amount of LEDs that's on there and the strength of them. So as long as you get an LED bulb that has a good amount of strength to the LEDs and has quite a few of them, then I think you'll be just fine. You can do ones that have less strength, that have lots of LEDs. It just depends on what the bulb maker decides to do. But yeah, I would make sure that it's either lots and lots of LEDs and not quite as strong, or a very strong bulb, basically. So generally you can figure out that if it takes more power to run this bulb, then the better it's going to work, because there's going to be more LEDs there, or they're going to be a higher strength LED. Now, LEDs are not going to take nearly as much power as regular bulbs are, so it's different. You have to readjust your way of measuring power, I suppose. I have used like daylight bulbs that are regular halogen type bulbs, and those seem to make a little bit of a difference on some plants. And I have like my Sansevieria is underneath an LED bulb that I usually keep my lamp on all day. Not always, but you know, for the most part I keep my lamp on most of the day. So it's generally getting a good amount of that sort of light, but it's not going to be as strong as the purple light. There are companies that make white grow lights, of course, because those look much better. You can enjoy your plants underneath those bulbs. And if I had a dark area that I was in a lot of the time, but I wanted plants, then I would probably choose a white LED bulb, or, you know, more of a natural type of a grow light. But in my bedroom, I'm basically only up here in the morning and in the evening. And so after I'm done getting ready for the day, I turn on my lamp, and then when I come up to get ready for bed, then I turn it off. And that's about all that I ever have to do, because I'm hardly up here. Having a purple light isn't something that's ever going to bother me. Although some research has shown that purple light is very good for our bodies and that we need more of it. It's kind of like red light. It's very calming and soothing. Purple light is one of those types of light that is actually good for us. Now this one though is a little bit jarring, maybe because it's so bright, but I don't really sit underneath here and bask in the purple light by any means. So if you have any extra questions, then please leave them in the comment section below. And if you have a lot of questions, I could bring my husband on here to answer some of your like LED and like grow light questions as well. He's the one that's definitely a lot more involved with this, but I want to give you a good overview on this and help you to understand grow lights and what makes them good and what doesn't. I definitely recommend LEDs because the other ones take so much power, and the mercury bulbs have mercury in them, so the fluorescence, and also that light is just, nobody likes fluorescent lights. They're just awful, and if you break one, then it's actually a toxic, hazardous, toxic sort of thing that you need to have taken care of for you. It's yeah, it's not good. That's why I recommend the LEDs, of course. And Otherwise, I would definitely go with like a halogen bulb, even though they take way more power. But if that's all you can get and you don't mind paying the electricity bill, then get that by all means. But LED is so cheap now, and it's so much easier to get. The ones that are white LED bulbs are much more expensive for the grow lights, whereas this one was only $25 last time I checked. I don't believe that anyone's coupon codes work for them, but by all means try them. There's a whole bunch of people that have done initial reviews on this back 6 and 7 months ago, and you can try any of their coupon codes. You can try mine if you want to, doesn't matter. But I have no idea if they work. If you have your own experience with LED bulbs or other types of grow light bulbs, then please leave those in the comment section below, so that way other people that have questions and are wondering about this can read your comments, and we can all, you know, make wise decisions and choices with these kinds of things, I guess, because our plants' lives are depending on it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and remember, definitely leave questions in the comment section below. Alright, have a really great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye!